the heck, man? Is that a bug? Ah! Good morning, YouTube. I guess I'm getting attacked by Maryland beasts that fly in the air. Anyway, got some hair done and got some stuff done up here. Look, this whole the free the dome and that sound of it. Oh my God. This is why the red flags for me go up immediately. When something is promoted everywhere you turn in the media, then you just know they're full of shit. I think that's what gave me that raised my hackles immediately about this movie. And because it was like, come on. I have all these mixed thoughts about it, like, well, Karen, people need to be made aware. Yeah, I know, but you know, it's like anything. You know, it's like a 3-week news cycle. It could be something horrific. 3 weeks later, it's like everybody's like, oh, on to the next news story. It's just like they don't even know about it anymore. I think that's part of the reason they're doing it. It's like, well, we could do this big blowout movie about it, and not even actually. They're not going to who's actually. There's no way. Have you seen the movie, Karen? No, and I don't intend on seeing it. God, I've already got nightmares enough. I don't need their fake depiction of how it's going down, because probably little of what they're going to show or that they show in the movie is actually how it goes down, because there are high up official type people involved in this that have controls over certain things and are allowed to do things a different way than the regular general public. I understand that there is regular general public that are trafficking people in their own little rings. I get that, and that is just as horrific. But more horrific are the ones who say that they're here to protect us and looking for these poor kids, and they're doing it. They're doing it. They have access to all kinds of transportation where they don't have to. They can just waive the inspection. It's been inspected. It can get signed off on by this guy or the other guy. Do you get what I'm saying? And they're not going to be found out because the higher-ups know about it. They're in charge of it. Who is it, Karen? You just make these vague claims of higher-ups. I don't know. I just know it in my heart, just like every other person who knows things in their heart about their religious beliefs or whatever. I know that in my heart. That because I've had experiences, much more minor in comparison to this, of authoritarian figures being able to push aside rules, laws, and do whatever they want to me or my children. For instance, just a small one, just a small example. I was required by the court to go through a psychological examination. Oh, look at me making Freemason symbols. Sorry. Anyway, look, my fingers touch. Pardon. Had to go through a psychological exam, forced by the court. The first thing my lawyer said was, this never ever happens in the history of humanity where one party is required to take a psychological exam, but the other one isn't. So that's why we know that this is bullshit and somebody's paying to get his way, to win, which is what happened eventually. So I go to get this psychological exam, which I'm not crazy. The questions were insane. Like, I've flown across the Atlantic 42 times last year. I'm like, well, what if I did? It was a true false. Like, what if I did? What if I'm fucking some kind of rich person who actually did fly across the Atlantic? So fuck these questions. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I have never ridden in a car before in my entire life. True or false? Can we just fucking stop it? This is fucking ridiculous. Well, let me tell you what happened. She reviewed every single solitary one of my answers before she put it through the computer program to see what my fucking diagnosis was, and she changed 3 of my answers, called me a liar, changed 3 of my answers so that when she ran the thing through, it called me paranoid. How do you like them apples? She said, this is not true. The statement was, someone is out to get me. And I said, false. She said, no, you think it's true. You think your ex-husband is out to get. I said, that's not what that statement means. I'm here because he's suing me to try to take my children away from me. That statement means someone I don't know, some person, a stranger, is out to get me. The answer to that statement is false. I do not believe that. She marked it true, said, fuck you. She changed 2 other statements like that. They were similar to that, and I don't recall what they were. So that when she ran that through, it called me paranoid. I'm like, you are fucking insane. Fuck you. Susan Toller. She's probably dead now. Bitch. How dare you? And I was so compliant. There was nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. So this is why I'm telling you, people in charge break the fucking rules. They're the ones trucking these kids around in vehicles and containers and ships and buses and subway cars and ships and planes, privately owned. And I don't know what the movie's showing, but I doubt if I know it's not going there. I've seen comments that say it's not going there. So, shipping containers full of people heard screaming being dumped into the Pacific during the Rona? It's just a conspiracy, Karen. You're just so gullible. Okay. Peace out, YouTube. I linked in the description somebody else thinking the same thing. Thank you, Not Your Fucking Guru, for shooting that over to me this morning. When I heard about this guy playing the Jesus in the Passion of Christ, I was just like, I didn't see that movie. I was encouraged by my pastor at the time. I said, I am so traumatized. And he actually acted like it was a sin for me to not go see that movie. And God was just so... Why does God want to traumatize me more and more and more and more? I used to go to an Easter sunrise service where they talked in great detail in a dramatic way about how horrific it was to crucify Christ, and then the banging of the frickin' hammer on the nails, and everybody's crying, and the sun's coming up, and we're looking at these giant crosses on a fucking hill somewhere outside of Baltimore. I mean, I am so over it. I'm traumatized enough by my own life, and then you got to rerun me through the frickin' crucifixion over and over and over, and then you want me to see it on the big screen and blood splashing in my face. Can we just fucking stop it, please? I've had enough of the blood and the gore. Oh, he was ripped to shreds for you, Karen. You know what? I don't think so. Okay? It was for a whole nother reason, but it wasn't my damn fault. 2,000 some years later, I'm born, and you're gonna blame me, my kids, my friends, all these people for what they did to him. And make us watch it routinely and tell us we're sinners if we don't frickin' just swim through his blood, man, and just be constantly... No! I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not into the blood cult, the blood sacrifice, the frickin' cannibalism, and the human sacrifice and all that. And you say, oh, it was a beautiful thing. No, it wasn't. What is wrong with you all? All right. Peace out, YouTube. Let's have a great day. All right. Okay. All right.